everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor, and in today's video we are going to be reviewing the Tammi and Makeup Revolution collaboration on her Tropical Twilight palette and lip kit. So if you are interested in my thoughts and just how I got to this final look, then keep on watching. As you all saw from the introduction, I am doing the Tammi Revolution palette, her like third collaboration with Revolution, and this is her Tropical Twilight palette. I did get the entire set. I got the palette, the face palette, and the lip kit, which comes with 2 lip glosses and a liner. As you all can see, I've already done one eye off camera and I'm going to do the other eye on camera. So I kind of have some thoughts. I mean, it could still kind of be a first impression kind of video because I haven't used everything. I've only used 3 colors thus far. And I've not used the face palette yet, so that'll be my first time doing that on camera. The packaging is amazing. I like how it has these little reflective starlights on it. And I love how huge it is. I feel like it wasn't that expensive. It's probably more expensive than your typical Revolution palette because Revolution is like super affordable. It's like a NYX kind of palette almost. I want to compare the Tammi Revolution Tropical Carnival palette and this palette. So I don't have, this is her 3rd collaboration, I believe, but I only have this palette because I started watching Tammi like sometime last year, and she was, you know, heavily using these palettes in the videos that I started watching. So I went out and supported it. And in this palette, the pans are, you know, pretty good size and just super colorful. Obviously this palette is bigger and it comes with more shades. So on the inside of the palette, this is what it looks like. And super gorgeous. As you can see, I used this one already, so that's why you see that fingerprint indentation. And then it has a mirror, and the mirror is huge. What comes with the mirror is the face palette, which I didn't know from like some of the reviews that I've seen. I don't believe it was mentioned just from like the 3 that I saw. This one also comes with a mirror. I got the face palette in the shade Deep because I am a deeper tone, and trying to like angle it so you can really see. So this is, it comes with a blush, a contour shade, a bronzer, and a highlighter. As I mentioned, it comes with a lip kit. So I threw away the box that it came in. It looks just like the packaging for the palette and the face palette. I believe these are already products that Revolution sells individually on their website, but these might be some favorites of Tammi, and this is why she put it together in a lip kit. And so this is a dark lip liner, a brown lip liner, I mean, in the shade Glory. And then you get 2 neutral lip glosses. Well, this one has more of a reddish undertone. I did try this on last night, and this one is just like your typical nude with like a little bit of gold undertone. So your nude gold undertone is in the shade Muse, and the red undertone is in the shade, if I could turn it right, oh, Gone Rogue, I think. And it makes sense because I think rogue or rouge it means red in one of those languages. So this one has like a red little tint undertone to it. I'm going to prime my eye, and I'm going to be taking a combination of my ABH primer and my P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 07. So the first shade that I'm going to be taking is the shade Nightfall, which is like this navy blue shade right here. I appreciate in this palette, in comparison to the Tropical palette, I appreciate that the fact that the names are on the palette, like you don't have to turn to the back of it to see what it's called. And that was something that I was a little bit not a fan of in the Tropical palette. The next shade that I'm going to be going into, and I'm just going to take this shade and pack it on top of where I blended out the blue shade, and I'm going to be taking this green shade right next to it called Mojito. I'm going to pack a little bit more into Nightfall just because when I get ready to do this carving situation, I want the carve to look intense. So I'm just going to go back in with Nightfall and pack it on a little bit more. Now I'm going to take some of my simple micellar water, and I'm going to do this carving situation. I'm sure that, you know, everybody's seen this like trend going around. I don't know the name of it. I don't know that it has a name. The next shade is obvious that I'm gonna take Starry Night. And yeah, the shimmers are very soft, and that is why it leaves such an indentation, like if you want to swatch it. And so I'm just taking my ColourPop lid brush actually, and I'm going to take that and, you know, all right, so I apply my lashes off of the camera, and now I'm going to move into the skin. The exciting thing about the skin, of course, is that I get to feature the face palette. I like doing my foundation and concealer and everything, and I'll come back in when it's time to use the face palette. Everything else will just be sped through. So I'm super excited to be trying this. Like I mentioned at the beginning, it comes with a blush, a bronzer, and a contour shade and a highlight shade. I'm going to be using the bronzer and the blush, and I'm going to be using everything except for the contour shade. The bronzer is called Bronze Belle. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, so a little goes a long way. And I'm switching what I was using a more dense brush, but now I'm going with a lighter brush because a little goes a long way. Okay, so I just tried to do a thing because I'm bronzing my nose. I typically do that instead of contour, and I thought, oh, it's a little too red for my nose. Maybe I'll cool it down by using the contour shade. No, it looks like I just got punched in the nose, like, bro. So yeah, the beauty blender, this is not a beauty blender first and foremost. This is a Real Technique sponge. I feel like this, with the type of ingredients that this face palette has, I think would work best when you're contouring and bronzing your nose. If you use a beauty blender or blending sponge or something, I think what I'm gonna have to do is get one of those smaller ones that are meant to get into those cracks and crevices of your face and blend it out like that, because normally I go in with this brush and I don't know, maybe I picked up too much, but it seemed to work better and look more flattering when I used a sponge as opposed to a brush. The bronzer is a bit red, more red than what I'm used to dealing with, but I still like the way it looks on my face. Like on camera, it doesn't look that bad. I'm just looking in the mirror and I'm like, this is a little more red than what I'm used to working with. And I'm definitely going to try out the contour next time because it was pretty deep. I don't know. I'm going to go back into the face palette and I'm going to use the blush called Blush Baby Girl. That's what it's called, Blush Baby Girl. And I like it because it's one of those, it's like this I don't know, like brick orange reddish kind of blush. And I've been using a lot of eyeshadow shades of that color as a blush because I think it's like the perfect add-on to your bronzer to continue to add that warmth and color back into your face. So I'm setting the face palette to the side for a while. I applied the blush and oh my god, it's super pigmented. And once again, I probably went in with a bit too much. I'm looking at myself in the eyeshadow palette mirror and I just look a lot more toasted than I normally do. It's a little scary, not gonna lie. But I think it is fair to say that I'm probably using a little too much because I'm used to being heavy-handed when I'm doing my makeup. So yeah, keyword is less is more with this palette. I'm going to go back into the eyeshadow palette now and I'm going to basically use the same shades that I use on my eye with the exception of the shimmer to apply it on my lower lash line. Now I'm going to dip back into the face palette, but before I do, I'm going to take my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. This is the Sweet Peach Continuous Setting Spray from the Morphe Sweet Tea collab. And I like to just drench my face a little bit so that the highlight pops up. Though I'm sure with the way this palette has been going, the way everything has been going, I probably don't even need to even use that much. So we shall see. So I'm going in with the highlighter shade, which is called Golden Hour. Everything looks so extra. So now I'm moving on to the lips. As I mentioned, I got the whole entire lip kit, but I'm going to be using the lip liner in the shade Glory and the lip gloss in the shade, what is it called again? Muse. I'm gonna take a nude lipstick. I don't ever like to just go in with lip gloss and lip liner. I typically have to have something. So I'm gonna use the nude lipstick I'm gonna use is the KKW nude lipstick in the shade 1.5. Okay, so that is good. I like the lipstick combination that I put together, and I like the gloss a lot more than I thought I would. Like the texture isn't super sheer. It's a little bit thicker, but I still like the way it looks. Like it looks like very good on my skin. So now I'm just going to add like my fake beauty marks like I always do and take some setting spray and just call it a day. So this is the completed look, guys. I like the way this look came out, and I just have to say that I kind of want to take back some of my panicking about the quality of the palette and how it looks in person. I had a chance to look at myself in different lighting, and I actually was like, my skin looks amazing. This collection, everything about this tropical Twilight collection with Tammi, it was amazing. Tammi, you did a good job. If you come across this video, I want you to know that I'm one of your biggest fans and you did the damn thing on this palette. I'm going to be featuring more looks with this palette, not only on my channel, but on my Instagram. And you can follow my Instagram at Taylor Rain. Yes, this palette was everything and I love it. I can't wait to experiment with some of the like pressed glitters. It's going to be amazing. Just as like a first impressions video, I had no trouble with like the eyeshadows or whatsoever. They were super pigmented. The face palette, like I said, was super pigmented as well. And I would like to say like one of the keywords of this if you take away anything from this video, is less is more. You do not have to go ham on the products. I'm just naturally a heavy-handed person when I'm doing my makeup, so, or at least I've become that way because I'm so used to dealing with products that are kind of like you know, mediocre, so you have to kind of like use more of it in order to really get payoff. But with this stuff, you do not, especially the bronzer. Like the bronzer is super duper pigmented. Lastly, the lip gloss was everything. I was really scared because I wasn't sure, you know, just with the texture of it. Like the texture is very thick and it's not super sheer in my opinion. Like it's looking sheer on camera, but like well, I want to say it blended out in a sheer way, but when you first apply it and like you blend it in, you think it's going to be like this like lip stain kind of thing, but it's not. And I really like this shade, so it did its thing. This collection was everything, and I definitely would encourage anybody watching this video to purchase it because overall, like, it's super affordable. And look at the size of everything that you get, and look how pigmented everything was, and everything just looked great. So if you want to see more looks on my channel from this palette, then go ahead and subscribe, like this video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to follow me on my social media at @TayLorraine on both Twitter and Instagram. I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Stay beautiful and stay safe.